to do your weekend guidance. I hope you're all good and well. So we're going to be using the Wonderland Tarot, excuse me, get me ready, for the reading. And I'm also going to use my very own flower guidance spiritual cards at the end to give you that final message as well. But remember to keep an open mind with these readings. It can relate to anybody at any given point in time as well, although I am asking for specifics. Timing, as we know, is fluid. So, like I said, keep that open mind. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then it just, the next message may be. So what I was kind of feeling here, it just felt like, here we go again. We're back at the crossroads, and this felt more relationship based than anything. It was kind of like, I just felt this roller coaster journey. 1 minute it's up, the next minute it's down. There's nothing in between, and it's just like there's a lot of motion sickness here as well, because things just keep happening and escalating and falling and failing and picking up again so quickly. It's just like you're just not even breathing at the moment. So it just feels like everything's very much up in the air, and I just get that sense of a crossroads kind of energy with that Chariot at the bottom. You know, someone is bending over backwards here in the background, trying to do everything, be everything, you know, stretch themselves in any kind of way to help out. But I just feel like if anyone's doing more than what they should do in any form of relationship, you know, it's certainly not imbalanced. Nobody should be bending over backwards. You should just be flowing. It should just be going with the flow and kind of just working out, you know, working out things together, working together as a team, that kind of thing. But it just feels like, you know, someone's bending over backwards here in the background. Now, someone obviously, you know, needs to clearly decide what they truly want here. And this is the problem why you're at this crossroads in the first place, because there's some uncertainty or unbalance. But there also needs to be some form of flexibility with your choices and decisions here as well, because, you know, I just feel like something could be very much one way, very stubborn kind of energies here, you know, and you've got someone there who's willing to do anything and everything for you, and you're just kind of not willing to budge or shift or bend or mold or work together as a team, which is what I was saying anyhow. So it's creating some kind of imbalance, yeah, with the Knight of Swords coming through. This is certainly triggering you in some kind of way. Someone's pressing your buttons big time, really pushing you to your limits. And for this, I just feel like there could be an argument or fight that breaks out this weekend. You know, I do ask for the positive, I really do. You know, as we know, it's real life, so anything can happen at any given point in time. But I just feel fired up. You know, like anything can give at any given point in time. It's just like you get a snap. It's just like that little switch going off at the wall. But it's quite spiteful as well. I do need to say that whatever's coming your direction is quite spiteful. This is someone who speaks first, thinks later, that kind of thing. So they're not thinking about what they're saying here. Obviously, it's very hurtful as well in the process. But again, boundaries have to be put in place here. Good communication is always worth working towards in any form of relationship. But I just feel like someone may feel as if they're in some kind of deep, dark hole or tunnel or something like that. Just feeling trapped in some kind of way, not knowing where to go, what to do, how to make things right here. But it's just very much one way, and it's almost like you go around in circles with this. It is causing a storm. There we have it, the Two of Cups. It just feels very messy. It feels very messy. Whatever this is, you know, it should be two people working together as a team, but very stubborn kind of feel here, very stubborn kind of energy. Alcohol and drinking may be involved this weekend, hence that trigger as well for arguments, disagreements. You know, the truth comes out when you've had a drink. We know it. It just does. It just does. That's the most honest and truthful people are, when they're drunk, when they're feeling very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. And that could be the case, that someone, you know, speaks their truth over a drink this weekend. Could get very messy. Could get very, very, very messy. And I could, you know, this is like falling over kind of messy drunk. But this is where arguments and fights may spark up here. So just watch out. You know, if you're going out drinking, especially with someone you're involved with in some kind of way, things could get messy here. And there could be arguments, fights even break out here this weekend. So just watch out for that. I don't know if someone's going to be trying to bend rules in some kind of way, or trying to persuade someone to do this, that or the other. Just be cautious. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it. Yeah. This is someone as well that promises you everything. The world promises you love, marriage, commitment, stability, security, something along those lines. And this is exactly what you want, which is why you're sticking and hanging around. But this is actually what you're getting. The Seven of Swords. You know, this isn't feeling comfortable in your own environment. This is lies, deceit, deception. It could be you lying to yourself as well, masking over all the cracks here more than anything, which is why you're feeling pressured as well. Could be you tiptoeing around, but it also could be somebody else tiptoeing around you. This is looking back on the past way too much. This is also carrying all the negativity with you, lying to yourself, you know, cheating yourself of the life of happiness that you really want, and you know it's there, but someone's promising you the world here, and it's not truthful. There's something not right here. This isn't right. Something is not right. You may be pouring your heart and soul into this form of relationship that you've got going on here. You are bending over backwards trying to make things work, but it seems very imbalanced, and it's not happy. It's not happy. And I'm feeling the throat kind of closing up as we speak here, which is why my voice was being taken at the beginning there as well. It's like, you know, no matter what you say, you're shut down, or it's coming out wrong, or you know, you're not being heard. Your voice it's not being heard on the level that you need it to be heard, if that makes sense. It's going again. Excuse me, take it away. So you need to get your voice out, and you need to be heard. If you're not being heard, and if you're doing all the work here, if you're not being heard, just take steps, take action into what's going to be right for you. You've got to clearly decide here, make up your mind and take steps, take action. But one thing's for sure, you can't keep going around in circles, lying to yourself, tiptoeing around the person, the situation, life, because you're just robbing yourself of happiness here more than anything. So you've got to, like I say, either work together as a team. If it's not going to work together as a team, then you've got to sever those ties, because this is toxic. It's not healthy at all. You know, people try and try and try, but keep going over the same old cycles. You know, notice the signs to stop yourself going down the same pathways again. Trust your gut. It's showing you the way forward here. Look, yeah, Chariot card, drama. We got the Five of Wands, drama, chaos. You're smack bang at the center of all this, and you don't know whether you're coming or going, and you keep getting sucked in, okay, which is clouding your thoughts, your feelings, your judgment. It's kind of masking you of your, it could be mind fog here and all sorts going on. But it's just going around, whatever this is, it's just going around in circles, which is what I said. It's not healthy for anybody here involved. It's really not. Like I said, there could be fights, arguments, could be involve alcohol, which is what I was saying to you this weekend. So just watch out for it. But, you know, if there are fights, like physical fisticuff kind of fights going on, don't get pulled into it. Keep away. Keep away. Walk away. I just feel like someone's going to get really triggered this weekend. Really triggered. There's a lot going on in the mind here as well with that Seven of Swords and that King of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords. What did I say? King. King's about speaking your truth, speaking up, speaking about your feelings, emotions. This is what's going on in your head at the moment. You've got so many different choices and options, but you've also got a lot of things going through your head as well. And you can't tell what's real from fake. You can't tell what's right from wrong. You can't tell anything because your mind is just cluttered. And it could be causing anger and frustration here as well. You certainly need to get yourself grounded. So going out for walks, especially this weekend, get that fresh air in your lungs, go to the gym, taking it out on a gym in some kind of way, thrash it out there, you know, go punch a punch bag or something. You know, you certainly got to put some strong, firm boundaries in place here anyhow with that Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And that's come out underneath the Two of Cups. It's about what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to put up with. Enough's enough kind of feeling. You poured your heart and soul into something. It's messy anyhow, and it'll carry on being messy. So you've got to do something about it. You've got to speak your truth. You've got to get your truth out there, but the truth is not going to be liked or heard or listened to properly still. I just feel like it's almost like you're wasting your breath. You're just going around in circles. It's all right 1 minute. Like I said, the roller coaster journey in this relationship. 1 minute it's hot, next it's cold. It's up and down. There's so much motion sickness. It's crazy here. You have got choices. I do need to say that as well. The 7 is about choices and decisions. Make your choice and make your decision. Everything has every action has a reaction, as we know. But this is where, if you want happiness, if you want stability, security, happy families, you know, some excitement, some fun. Some of you, again, this is not going to be for everybody. You could be sneaking off here, doing something that you may regret later with somebody else. Could be going on here, because that 7 of Swords is lies, deceit, deception. Try to search for happiness in a different way. It's not going to be for everybody, that isn't. But, you know, I'm saying what I'm seeing here. I really am. So a lot of you are really, really thinking about happiness. You kind of want to run away, hide away, you name it. You're thinking, could be dealing with a Virgo here. Doesn't have to be. There's lots of feelings and emotions all over the place, and you just kind of want to run away and hide at the moment, but that's no way of dealing with it. You've got to face it head on. So again, by having the Hermit, you might need to do a bit more meditation, healing work in a different way to clear that mind more than anything. You could be needing to leave somebody else out of this. Just spend time on your own for now. Just so that you can gather your thoughts, gather your feelings. So that you can kind of... You could be leaving somebody here. Shutting the door. And this is where anger and frustration comes up, because somebody doesn't want to let go, so doesn't want you to leave, even though it's not working. Even though it's not working, you could be getting in the car, going, leaving. Somebody could be waving goodbye to you, but they really want... This is toxic. It could be the case that somebody finds out about another relationship in a relationship this weekend. I'm really sorry to say that for some of you. Because that 7 of Swords shows me that someone's tiptoeing around here big time, and it shows me they're up to no good, and I think that may even come out. And this is where anger and frustrations come out, and there could be a fight break out. There really could. So I'm really sorry for you guys that are in that position at the moment. But what I'm saying here, this is a very toxic situation, and there's lots going on in somebody's head here. Maybe it is your gut feelings going, but you're ignoring them as well. There we go, the voice is gone again. This is where you're keeping it to yourself. You're bending over backwards, trying to make something work, and it's not working. Maybe it's because somebody else is on the scene here, or interfering in some kind of way. It could be. But something's very messy here. I'm telling you, something's very messy, and it's going to get messier if you're not careful. Just don't do anything you'll regret. That's all I'm saying. Just restrict yourself, hold yourself back if you can. It's going to take a lot of willpower to do that. Trust me, it will. But this will give you answers. I just feel it's going to give you some kind of answer. Yeah. Here we have it. Queen of Swords. No, it isn't. It's the Five of Swords. When I say the Queen of Swords is already there. So yeah, there's going to be arguments, disagreements. Someone's going to regret something if they're not careful. So this feels like someone's going to get hurt somewhere along the line here if you're not careful. So just be cautious. Again, that could be physical, it could be mental, could be just matters of the heart. But words do hurt here. Words really do hurt. So be careful with what you say. You know, if you don't mean it, don't say it. But it could just slip out this weekend. Something could really push you to your limits, your boundaries, something along those lines. And that truth is not going to hold back. You may even have a drink here and everything just spills out. Yeah. They're trying to tell you, oh, good God. Yeah. It's just going to feel like someone's backed into a corner here. Everything coming in a direction. It could be accusations as well. It could be all sorts flying in a direction. It's going to get messy this weekend. Like I said, I'm seeing arguments, fights, disagreements. This is letdowns, breakups, huge disruption. But Spirit is saying to you, you've got all the tools in the box to deal with this scenario situation with that Magician card. It's about courage, strength, knowledge and wisdom. Using that in a different way rather than going back into a cycle using your fists, using harsh words. All that negative stuff, that stuff we act on impulse with most of the time. There's some kind of spiritual lesson here, but there's also lots of love and protection around you whilst you're going through this kind of crazy transition. You know, that's a good outcome in the end, but this is a massive shake-up this weekend. That's kind of what I'm feeling here, big time. Thing is, it doesn't need to be this way, but I just feel like you've been going around in circles. You've been... You know, when people are in love, when people have these close relationships, nothing's ever clear-cut. Nothing. So it's never easy to make choices and decisions. And you put up with so much because you love. Doesn't make it less toxic. If something's not right, it's not right. But it's most of the time it's fear on how to deal with something. How to face those fears, how to face speaking up, how to face putting boundaries in place, how to face saying no, how to face saying enough is enough. You know, so there's a lot of fears that are held here, but there is someone's going to blow their top big time this weekend, and I feel that's a lot of pressure that's been built up over time. I really do. Headaches here as well. I do ask for positive messages. This is someone's life. The thing is, like I said, relationships should flow. If something's out of sync, out of balance, then you have to work together as a team. If someone's not being flexible enough to work on whatever fears they're facing themselves within, if they're not willing to work together as a team, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. You've got to be flexible. You've got to change ways. You've got to look at things from different angles, different points of view. You've got to look from their side of things and vice versa, the same. It's got to be equal. If it's not equal, it's not right and it needs work. If you keep working and you keep doing the work, you're going to get drained, you're going to get tired, you're going to get frustrated, and arguments and fights will break out and things just escalate and get worse. You're not living, you're not happy, you're kidding yourself. That's what this is. So I think things are going to reach peak point this weekend. They really are. Enough is enough. Let's see, you do have choices, like I'm saying. Trust your intuition, that's what they're saying to you. What did I say about get yourself grounded, trust that intuition and take steps. You've got to take steps. You can't stay in this environment forever. You would just literally, yeah, timing is of the essence. The time is now. You keep going around in circles. Break that cycle. Break it. Don't be afraid. Yeah, told you. There's a fight that's going to kick off. It's going to kick off, and it could get physical. But with that Tower coming out, you know, it's like the rug being pulled from under your feet. But it will bring in some form of balance, peace and harmony at the end of all this. And that's what the Sun was all about as well. You know, light at the end of the tunnel. But that's only if you take steps today, you know, the here and now. You can't keep going on like this forever. That's kind of how I feel with that. So like I say, it's not going to be for everybody. I heard the name Stuart here. I heard Anne, Angela, Leah, Elizabeth, Mary, John, Toby, Andrew, Lloyd. All of these names are coming through at the moment. I had 1969 as well. It could be a year of significance. It could be somebody's birthday. It could be weddings, anniversary celebrations around that time. It could be anything but 69. Again, it could be an age as well. It doesn't have to be. But 6 and 9 together is 15. 5 and 1 is 6. 6 is about balance, equal give and take yet again. So again, you boil things down to that particular number. Numbers mean a lot. So if you're seeing reoccurring numbers as well, it's all giving you a message, a sign. Don't ignore the signs. Act upon them, and it will help you move forward from this scenario situation and bring peace and harmony back to your life. It really will. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. You never know who needs to see these messages. But I wish you the very best of luck. Take care and keep out of trouble. Try to. Speak soon. Bye-bye.